What is up, everybody? My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed, all about pressure washing and quote IQ. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how making your customers angry can actually make you more money. Mike, you have a lot of experience with this topic, right?
Yes, I rather enjoy making people angry, Justin. In fact, I've kind of refined it to an art form, and there is specific reasons why I do that. But we'll talk about that in a second.
Excellent, excellent. There's a couple things we want to talk about before we get into this, like always. So I'm gonna go ahead and share a screen. We're giving away $5,000 June 1st to Quote IQ's top affiliate. So if you guys need help keeping up with customers, sending estimates, invoices, or collecting payments, you can do that all for free using Quote IQ on the App Store and the Google Play Store. But you can also try any paid tier of Quote IQ right now for $1 at myquoteiq.com. And when you have an account set up, you can then come into that account, click the settings tab. Scroll down to the affiliate program. You can get your link and you'll earn 40% on every person that you refer. And if you refer the most people, then you're going to win $5,000 on top of that. So pretty sweet deal there. Also want to let you guys know about Local Domination. If you guys need help getting customers for your business, this is the most concise guide to getting customers we have ever put together. It's over 6 hours of content. Shows you how we land jobs like these 30, 40, 50, even $100,000 jobs. It's extremely underpriced for the value that you get, and it's absolutely incredible. So with all that being said, I do want to say one other thing. If you guys haven't taken Mike's web class yet on how he grew his business from $0 to $750,000 a year, in there, Mike gives away a free training, and that is the accident that made him $19,000. You want to talk a little bit about that, Mike? Because I think it's kind of connected.
Well, no, it's a secret, Justin.
Okay, I guess we just won't.
Do we want to talk about that? I don't think we do we?
Just get like, okay, so we can't give any context. I think, but okay, even if we don't give context, I think they're related, right or wrong?
Yes, they are related, and it's basically just a marketing thing.
We won't give away too much. If you guys want to get that training for free, be sure to check out Mike's web class. Not only do you get the web class training, but if you stay until the end, you also get a free training as well. So that's another bonus. And it's kind of along the same lines of what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now, the last time we went live, me and Mike kind of talked about Ryan Reynolds a little bit, and that's going to kind of segue us. Maybe we can holler at a couple people in the chat first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. I just got InstaQuote on the $1 deal, and I already booked 2 jobs for over $2,300. Dude, how crazy is that? It's beautiful. TNT Pro Wash, shouts out to you. If anybody wants to try InstaQuote, it is our customer self-quoting tool. All you got to do is go to myquoteiq.com, click try InstaQuote, and you can actually get a quote for yourself. After you fill this out, you'll be prompted with an estimate that's created from the information that you put in, and then you'll actually be able to schedule your service after that. So if you guys want to check out InstaQuote, be sure to check that out. We appreciate you letting us know. TNT Pro Wash with the big wins. We love it. Jax gave us some plug emojis. We got Chef Jarek in the house. How do you say that, Mike?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. Shu says, hey, Justin, what up, Mr. Consistent? That's what we do. We go live on Fridays now, and we bring you guys some great information. For real, my nuts are so itchy, says Jack.
I can't believe you just read that. Do you not read stuff before you say it?
Gotta scratch the walnuts, he says.
Hey, and you spelled walnuts wrong. Way to go, Jack.
I'm working with a pressure washing company, and I'm helping. That's a great way to get some good experience. So shouts out to you, golden boy. I have a good looking website, passed out 500 door hangers, and try and call around. Why can't I get customers? Feel that I have fair pricing as well. Mike, you want to touch this first, or you want me to touch it?
Yeah, I've got a good looking website, passed out 500 door hangers, and try and call around. Why can't I get more customers? Well, 500 door hangers, that's a good start. Start with 500, and you have to be consistent. The kind of the rule with any kind of marketing is the customer has to see you more than once. Just because 500 door hangers seems like a lot to you, in the grand scope of things, it's not that many, right? And probably 80% of those door hangers are getting thrown to the trash immediately. They're not getting seen. They're not even getting looked at, because most people look at those as trash, right? But if it's a consistent thing, then you're repetitive, you're consistent, and you stay in front of these customers with multiple things. Door hangers, yes, they're good as part of a bigger package. Great, you've got a website. How are you driving traffic to your website? How is your SEO? How is your Google profile ranking, which is driving people to your website? If you're relatively new, and those are the only things that you have with calling around a little bit, then you're not doing a lot, right? You need to do 10 times, 20 times more. And that is posting in every Facebook group. That's, finding your next door neighborhood and getting in there and contributing. That is passing out flyers, doing postcards, email blast, and then going out and knocking on doors. And it doesn't necessarily have to be residential doors, but I'm talking, if you don't have a job to do, get out there and go find commercial people to talk to. Everybody in this world, whether they're a residential property owner or a business owner, they've got stuff that needs to be cleaned. Find them, and you will get more busy.
I like Mike is saying, and it's like, just because you started a business doesn't mean that anyone actually cares. And so that's kind of where you're at, Chandler. Like, you started a business and you think people are going to care with your door hangers, and it's going to take super massive action. It's going to take action in the right direction. So if you want to skip the learning curve, I highly recommend you check out the Local Domination 2 course. As I said, it's the most concise, most complete marketing information we've ever put together, and it's all the best stuff with regards to how to market, how to scale, and how to get these big ticket jobs. Also, if you want to, I saw he said he was posting in Facebook groups a little bit. Check out my video ad strategy that got us over $13,000 in jobs. You guys can copy it. If you don't want to copy it, we actually do video ad templates. These are a great way to get yourself out into those Facebook groups and just make it known that you're a professional company, because a lot of people post before and after pics. Anyone can post before and after pics. If you have a quality video that's actually showing you performing the work and the customer can actually see the benefit on the screen, there's an offer there. It just goes a long way with regards to getting people to actually pull the trigger. So check this out. This is qiqads.com, and you can check out those ads that we have.
Yep. And you can highlight Chris's comment down there. And I'm not going to go into detail on this because this is one of the major components of Local Domination 2. Chris is he has got a method that he utilizes to get huge jobs, huge chains of restaurants. He owns a striping business, and he crushes. And he crushes because he's kind of figured out a little marketing hack that allows him to find customers that need his services, that want his services, that will pay for his services. And we've teamed up with Chris, and we've put his little trick in Local Dom 2. And if you guys are interested in getting into another niche service, right, and it's a perfect complementary add-on, if you will, to what we do is as exterior cleaning businesses, surface cleaning, pressure washing, soft washing, all of that. It's line striping, right? We get calls all the time, and they're like, "Hey, we're getting our parking lot striped. We need somebody to come in pressure wash it first." Well, what if I was able to say, hey, we can not only do the pressure washing, but we can also give you a great price on striping, right? You're increasing your average ticket price. You're niching down. You're finding services that many other companies aren't going to be offering, and you're differentiating yourself from your competitors, right? And Chris has put together a great course. It's called How to Stripe, and it's on the resource page. So if you go to pwcourse.com, you can check out How to Stripe and learn everything that you could possibly need to know about that business, right? From the equipment, how to do it, the layouts, right? He goes into some marketing stuff, how to find the customer. It is a great training program. It is underpriced, just like everything else that we have, for the value that you get. Check it out at pwcourse.com. And that is Chris's How to Stripe course. And it is absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. We're going to keep going with some of these comments, you guys. How do you include QuoteIQ, InstaQuote into the website? I'm new to websites.
Yeah. So the way that I've got it set up on my personal business's website is when you are inside of your InstaQuote or inside of your QuoteIQ account, you can go to the InstaQuote settings and you can pull your link. And it's basically just a web link. And the way that we have it set up on ours is we have just a copy and paste, basically a picture, if you will, of what InstaQuote looks like. And it just says, get a fast free quote here. And it's just a clickable link. So you click on it right there, get a fast and easy quote. You click on it. Do a little double click and it will pop up the InstaQuote.
Yeah, it's loading. It's just going to take a second because I'm streaming at the same time.
Yeah. And so then InstaQuote pops up and you can select any of the services that we offer. You can also choose which services you want to allow your customers to get estimates on. And once they select the services, which is also great because they're going to upsell themselves, they're going to cross sell themselves. They're going to see that they have other options and they're curious by nature. And they're going to say, oh, I need to see what a roof wash is going to cost or a patio cleaning or a roof blow off. My gutters, I've noticed they're dirty. I'm going to go ahead and get a price on that. So then you go down or not, and you can basically drill down into the how to get the most accurate price by a series of questions that we've set up on for my business. But you can ask anything with up charges and down charges for all of these things. You can ask 1,000 questions if you want to drill down to the most accurate price. But this is just a phenomenal way to get your customers what they want, and that is a fast quote. They want to get on the schedule. After this, we've got Insta Schedule. So you've got Insta Quote, you've got Insta Schedule. Once the customer looks at their estimate, once they accept their estimate, they choose the services that they want, then it gives them the option to schedule it based on your calendar availability. So it's a pretty phenomenal thing that allows us to quote and book jobs without ever talking to customers, 24/7 robot basically in the background that is always there giving quotes to your customers, beating your competition to the punch every single time. And we all know speed to the lead is absolutely critical. 87% of the businesses that get back to their customer the first get the job.
Oh, okay. So Everett says that good afternoon. I'm having trouble figuring out how to send invoices to customers in PDF format. So I'll just show you real quick, Everett. Obviously, this is not a QuoteIQ tutorial, but we would go into the invoices screen, and then all you got to do is click this share icon here, and then it's going to show you exactly what the PDF is, and then you just send it directly to your customer. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, let's see what else you got. Hi guys, thank you for all of your work. Started about a month ago, and you've been a tremendous source of knowledge. We appreciate that. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Any thoughts on Thumbtack, Angie's Leads, and Angie's List? I have seen some guys utilize it in the correct fashion, and that is they'll turn it on whenever they need leads, and they just know that not every lead's going to be great, and they know that they need to be really quick when they do turn them on. By no means would you want to rely on these sources for your lead flow, just because very inconsistent, right, Mike?
Inconsistent, and there's also multiple class action lawsuits against Angie's List. That's why they're called Angie's, not Angie's List, because I think they had to do some maneuvering as far as corporate entities goes because of all these lawsuits, because they were giving bunk leads, right? People would sign up and they just send random bullshit leads that were never going to buy anything, but they were charging people for these leads. It kind of a shady thing. So I've never been a fan. I've used it initially when it first came out many years ago. Very little success.
Beautiful. So we've had some guys that have some success with it. It's just one of those things that, like I said, never lean on it as a main source. You can just kind of have it in the background to send you leads. I do want to point out Chandler's comment. He said he's passed out 500 door hangers. If you can, Chandler, send us over a picture of your door hanger and we'll critique it on the live. I'm going to put the email address in the chat, and it is support@quoteiq.io. So if you or anybody else has any marketing materials you guys want us to take a look at on the call, just send it into this. But I'd love to take a look at Chandler's because he said he's struggling. He passed out 500, and then he said it's hard not to lose hope, but I can't afford to do that. And that's ultimately the best position for you to be in, because if you're not, then you're just going to give up. And that's where probably about 80-90% of people will find themselves. And that's why people don't last, ultimately. It's just because they lose hope and they give up. I enjoy doing this work. Okay, sweet. So I pressure wash brick driveways. We have a lot in my city. Everyone has been asking me if I put in sand between the cracks. I'm too scared to look into that, but I could be charging 2 to 3 times for it. I think he's talking about like paver sealing.
Yeah, he is. I don't know why you're scared to look into that. You get a bag of the paver sealer and you throw it down and you use a push broom and push it in. Nothing to be scared of. Great upsell.
It gets scary sometimes, Mike. Pristine says, I've got Footbridge building my site. Awesome. If you mention Quote IQ, you'll actually save like $600 a year or something like that. But he's going to put InstaQuote on the site. Beautiful. InstaQuote's a great way to capture leads. I'll tell you guys this. I've said it a couple times. We were running ads into the website. We noticed that we were getting a ton of click through. So a bunch of people were visiting our site, but no one was staying. No one was filling out the form. I mean, a couple form fill outs, but no one was calling. But whenever we put the InstaQuote on there, people were actually able to get a quote. And the other beautiful thing about it was collecting their information. So in order for you to get the quote, you have to put in all of your information, and then we know all the services you're interested in, everything about your house. We got the name, we got everything. So it's just a great way to capture that data and then, provide an estimate for it. So beautiful stuff there. Okay, now that we've kind of gotten the comments out of the way, we appreciate you guys. And if you guys have any other questions, please leave them down below. Let's get into kind of like the subject matter of the video, how to make money making your customers angry. So Mike, you specifically like these ads by Ryan Reynolds. Can you talk a little bit about them?
I love Ryan Reynolds, first of all. I love his delivery. And so he makes the perfect spokesman for his company, Mint Mobile. And if you guys peruse the YouTube at all, you will see probably some of his videos pop up. And there's one in particular where he's talking about how he went to the legal department and was asking if it was legal to do this, that, or the other. And they said, well, yeah, but we need you to go and make a commercial and be as explicit as possible in making the customers understand what this video is. Can you play it with sound?
Tell me if you can hear this.
No. So basically, he said Big Wireless raised their prices. He wanted to know if there was anything that was illegal about it. And they were like, no. And so then he gets on, and as he's talking, he's dropping the F-bomb pretty much every fourth word and beeping it out, right? So he's not actually saying, well, he is saying it, but he's beeping it out. And it's just a funny thing, right? It's going to catch a lot of people's attention because it's like, blah, 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 beep, 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 and beep, right? And he's conveying the message in a way that's going to be remembered, right? And that is one of the reasons why I am such a huge fan of this type of marketing, right? And some people call it targeting because you're targeting a specific group, right? And it's not what you think, right? But with all marketing, what you need to do is you need to stand out, right? You need to stand out from the crowd, and Mint Mobile is standing out from the crowd because no other mobile carrier is doing that, right? And some people are going to love it. I absolutely love it, right? Some people are going to hate it. And those are the people that we call haters, right? And those people, guess what? They are never going to be a satisfied customer. They are never going to be happy with what you do. So who cares if you are going to piss those people off? I certainly don't. I do it on a regular basis in my email blasts that I send out to all of my customers, whether it's with, Quote IQ or it's my other businesses that I'm involved in. But like I said, those are never going to be they're never going to be satisfied customers. So don't even worry about them. I want to piss those people off because they are not my target customers. And what this also does, just like it does with Ryan Reynolds in those commercials, is it highlights his personality. It highlights that it's not all, 3 lines for free. And if you trade in your phone, you get this upgrade and, get the Samsung Galaxy BPX. Who cares about that, right? And that's what they all look like. Be different, stand out, rise above, right? And sometimes you have to do a couple things that might piss people off. I sent out an email a while back, and the subject line was HOA violation, okay? And I sent it to a giant email list, and I can't remember. It was probably about 20,000 people. I get immediately responses back. How dare you send an HOA violation? That scared me. I opened it up thinking I was going to have a fine. Guess what? Shut the fuck up. I don't care. I don't care what you have to say. Delete, unsubscribe, go away, right? But there were also people like, oh, that was great. I probably am going to get an HOA violation. I booked a bunch of work because it caught people's attention. The people that don't like it, farewell, good riddance, goodbye, right? The other people, give me your money. So that's just kind of one of the reasons. And Justin, if you want to add anything, I did want to kind of make a comparison to, why are you laughing?
Oh no, it's just people don't usually see you being as brash. I don't think is that the right word? I don't know. Live.
Okay, anyway, let's look at some of the brands that have actually done this, right? And what I'm about to say, right? Like this whole campaign was not targeted at me. They knew that I was not that guy that was going to be happy with what they did. Nike. Remember when Nike teamed up with Colin Kaepernick when he was taking a knee? Know what Nike did? Nike identified who their target audience was. Nike identified who was buying their products, what demographic was buying their shoes, their socks, their clothing, their apparel. Guess who it wasn't? It wasn't me. So they don't care if they piss me off, right? They're going after their customer base. They're going after people that are going to be engaged with the message that they're sending, having this guy take a knee on the sidelines in disrespect of America, right? They took a big chance. It was a shitstorm, right? But it got a ton of media attention. Nike, they took some heat, but they were selling a ton of shoes. And all the people that were, going on social media and cutting up their socks and tearing up their Nikes and throwing their shirts in the garbage can, guess what? Still good coverage. Those weren't their ideal customers. Those customers were never going to be satisfied. They weren't buying the brand. They were just buying a shoe. Nike was going after the people that want to, engage with that branding and that message. So just one example of how pissing a bunch of people off can actually, benefit the company in the long run.
Right. I think one of the 48 laws of power is all exposure is good exposure, right? All attention is good attention. Now, kind of backwards, I have to mention it because obviously we can't say the good stuff without the bad stuff. What about Budweiser, Mike? Whenever they put the the one lady on?
Well, I think that was
Eddie Boy.
That was an interesting one, right? That didn't bother me. Okay, yeah. So it was like I don't even know, he was a transgender or she, whatever you want to call it. They brought on this girl and guy, whatever, sell some beer. The country music lovers, like, they went ape shit. The Southern boys that crack a beer after work all day on the back of their pickup and pet their hunting dog lost their minds, right? I think it was a miscue.
They didn't realize their demographic, because if you look at the majority of the buyers, the majority of their buyers were those type of people.
It's not Caitlyn Jenner-esque, whatever that girl's name was. I don't even know who it was. But yeah, no, that was a major miscue. And I think probably what happened is, when you've got a company that big, you've got a company that probably is very concerned about being PC, very concerned about, the optics of being, a Fortune 50, if not Fortune 20 company. Anheuser-Busch, I think, is who owns Bud Light. They're a giant, right? And so imagine if they did something anti-gay, something homophobic. Like, that would have been a bigger, that would have been horrible for the company. On the flip side, they pissed off their own, people. But you know how long that lasts? It didn't last long. All those guys are drinking Bud Light again, right?
You think so? I guess we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, it was a thing, right? Like, oh, my stadium, my concert, I'm not going to sell Bud Light because they're, what? They don't hate somebody? Like, give me a break.
So the biggest thing is if you're going to make your customers mad to make more money, you need to know who you're talking to. You need to realize the messaging. And that's why when Mike sent out the HOA violation email, it was a good email, because a lot of everyone that he knows is a homeowner, everyone in his database, and homeowners care about HOA violations. So if you guys want to be able to send out mass emails like that, obviously check out Quote IQ, and you're going to want to use the text and email blast option. You guys can, set up emails like that to go out to your customer base. Obviously, if you don't have a way to keep track of customers right now, you need, to put a tool in place, because I know for me, whenever I first started, I didn't have any way to keep track of customers, and I didn't know what I charged them last time. I didn't know anything, and just a bad way to operate your business. So anyway, taking a stand in one direction or another and drawing a line is going to get people either upset or be on your side. And ultimately, that's where you kind of want people to be. That's when people are going to spend money. It's when people are kind of lukewarm about you that no one really cares and no one really does anything. So a little marketing tip there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I did one time, and I can't remember what it was, but I think the subject line was something like, "Your house looks like SH exclamation point T."
How'd
Send
that
it
one
out
go over,
again.
Mike?
Would say what?
How'd that one go over?
It was great. I mean, huge open rates, obviously. Click-through rate, outstanding. Did I get people that, please never send a curse word to me again on email? That's offensive. Delete, unsubscribe, bye-bye, right? So again, it's the people that are going to be the complainers are not the ones that you want to. So it's a great way to vet your email list anyway.
There you go. And if you guys don't have an email list, it's kind of part of the problem. Okay, you need an email list and you need to be sending emails because that's the way the technology rolls these days. Chandler sent in his. I just sent in my door hanger photos. We got those in. So, Mike, you want to go ahead and critique some door hanger photos or what?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to show the front first, and I'm going to let you go first, Mike. But I do like this one though.
Yeah. Okay. So this is takedown is Okay, this is actually really good. It's clean. It Par exterior cleaning. Boom. I know what he does. Pressure washing, and then his email address. Most importantly, he's got a call to action at the bottom with a QR code. Now, on mine, I would have the QR code going directly to what you guys just saw earlier in the video, which is my home screen with InstaQuote, so the customers could quote themselves on every single thing that they see on this image on his door hanger, which is great, right? This is basically the tactile version of our InstaQuote, where it shows everything that we offer. And so the customer, they might not be thinking they need a gutter cleaning or they don't need their solar panels cleaned or whatever the case is. But now that they see that you offer these services, they're like, oh, when I call, Chandler, I'm going to ask them about pricing on this, that, or the other that probably they weren't before. So this in itself is a great tool for upselling, and the call to action and the QR code, outstanding.
Yes, I would say that's my favorite part about it. That the image is good because it displays everything, but at the end of the day, how quickly can I realize that this is a pressure washing flyer? I don't know. I would kind of like a pressure washing photo.
So that was the only thing. The image is a little small. There's a lot of real estate that's just kind of wasted, like that red thing. Oh, that was his phone number. Okay. I would probably make pressure washing a lot bigger, just because. And the only other thing is the color down at the bottom that was like a tannish, I think. I'd make that like bright yellow.
I want you to think about this, Chandler, and anybody else watching this that's making marketing material. I want you to think about how you scroll social media. How long do you give a post before you scroll past it? That's about how long you have to make an impression with this. And so that's why I say, like, it needs to be so clear right off the gate what this is, what the benefit is for them, and getting them to that 25% off for new customers offer. So you might want to put that at the top and, or, right underneath pressure washing, or I don't know, just a thought. I've seen some really good photos done similar to this where it actually shows someone cleaning a house and it shows all the different services. So I like the image. I like the offer. That's all I'm saying is just we could amp it up a little bit. Some of the fonts are a little bit basic as well, but it is what it is. The back, I'm not as big of a fan of. So Mike, I'll let you go first on this one. Okay,
Chandler, I'm sure I love you. And it looks like you've got a nice bride in your picture. And I think you said you had some kids. No one cares. No one cares about you. No one cares about that. Like that's, I see people like this when they're with websites too. It's like, they've got a whole about us page. No one cares about you. They care about what you can do for them. So utilize this to further emphasize the value that you offer, right? Before and after pictures, right? That's boom. Okay, this is what I can expect when I hire Chandler's Par exterior cleaning, right? That's what I would do. I would take this entire back and wipe it clean and start over because nobody cares. And that's not being mean. Also, it says our products. I would probably change that to services if you were going to be keeping that. Also, your Facebook page. I don't think anybody cares about that. I don't know if you've got a website, but I would put website before anything else, right? Email address, sure, but website for sure. Most people aren't going to email you from this, I don't think. I think that they will go to your website and go about that, right? Also, the little red down under free estimates, that's way too small. If Justin can
dude, that's the phone number.
I know, that's my point. I want a big phone number. The other thing that people need to remember when they are doing, these type of print marketing materials is We know what the front and the back is. The mail person doesn't. When they grab it off the door, you've got, and like Justin said, you've got a very small amount of time, right? A very small window to engage with them. And so say they see this first on the back, tells them nothing, right? That shit's going in the garbage. Maybe they flip it over, maybe not. So utilize both sides to convey your message in a manner that is going to grab attention, and that hurt. Grab attention and, hopefully get somebody to contact you.
And if you guys are watching this, I want you to take this note right now. Please stop using generic photos from whatever these sites are, clip art, whatever. Like generic photos can be spotted a mile away. Like, hey, like this fence photo, I don't even know what that is the benefit on. The other thing is it's too wordy. No one's going to read all this. I think Mike had a great point. If you literally took off all this wording and did nothing but just before and after pics on the back of this, it would do 10 times better. So bigger phone number, take off all the words because no one really cares. And yeah. So he said this was the old design. He created a new design that'll send over. He just sent this to us because it was already out there. So yeah. So anyway, Chandler, it's not terrible. Obviously, you're doing some good stuff by getting it out there, but it could be better. So,
okay, I got something in the mail that I want to share. Okay, and this is very similar to the one that we talked about. You shared last time, and hopefully, damn it,
push it really close to it, and then it'll.
Nah, the light's too bright.
All of the lights.
Okay, that's better. Okay, so what we have here, this was in my mailbox, and it's from Renewal by Andersen. It's a window installation company. They sell windows. But essentially, this, like I said, it came in the mail. So like, there's all my address and whatnot that I don't want you to see. But this was not handwritten. This was printed like this. Oh, that sucks. I hate when it does that. Anyway, just something interesting, right? This is completely different than any other postcard.
Put it in front of your face so that way your face isn't fighting for the focus.
Oh, there we go. So, it tells a little bit about what they do, but you can do this with anything, right? Like I just love that this is different. It has the feel that it was handwritten, that it's more genuine, that it's more personal. It's got, May 2024 delivered by the USPS, the guy's phone number, like it's, just a neat feel. Right. And then on the back, it's got the guy's name. Like he actually came and put this in your mailbox, but he didn't. Again, just something cool that I kind of like.
Well, and it has a lot of the elements of the other ones that we took a look at, which I have right here. And it's handwritten, right? I think you mentioned that. It's got an offer on it, which you mentioned. It looks good. It looks like it's been directed to you. And so when you guys implement these kind of things in your business, it buys you a little bit more time. Because when you see something handwritten, it's like, oh, wait, is this, you know what I mean? Instead of it just being like, oh, toss it in the trash because it looks like it's, it's not really for me. It's for anybody. So I love that, Mike. That was really good. Yeah. And that was like direct mail. I wonder how they do that. They print those, they write one, and then they print them all. And,
yeah.
So we talked about the web class, free training. We talked a little bit about Ryan Reynolds commercial. We talked about Bud Light and women ladies, manly ladies. And then we talked about the HOA.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to say to Tyler, he's Payne's pressure washing. He said those were written by robots. So these ones are actually not. This is just a generic. It doesn't have anything specific to me or my address or anything like that. But what he's talking about, they're actually really cool. Like, so say there are services that provide this. Say we do a pressure washing at 123 Main Street. And after I'm done with 123 Main Street, I can go to whatever service that I'm using and say, send handwritten email or letters to the 15 surrounding houses. And they can be custom tailored, be like, hey, this is Mike. And it like in a little envelope, folded card. And they're a robot hand writes them, and it's authentic. It's actually written, every single one individually, with the customer's name, potential customer's name. It's handwritten address on the envelope to them. So when people get, standard mail that just looks like, everything else with, you can't see that, but if it's a handwritten thing, you're like, oh, I want to open this up and have a look-see. Yeah. Look at that. It's crazy.
So yeah, these look handwritten. That's crazy. Like, what's craziest too is how the AI is like, or the robot is like writing half words and then coming back to finish them.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. But no, yeah, these services do exist out there, and it's just a handwritten note, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. The biggest thing, like we said, is what are we trying to do? We're trying to break the scrolling pattern, and that's what we do with all of the marketing. That's why the Quote IQ ads work so well, is because they're eye catching, they're satisfying. They just play on all of those things. It's people will sit there and watch satisfying videos. These
Click
kind
on
of
one
play
for
into
me.
that. What, Mike?
Can you click on one?
Oh, you want me to? It'll play it small.
Yeah,
But
I just want to see the visual,
Let's see.
because that's kind of, in this free training that Justin gives, he talks about the visual impact of having video, right? Where you are using really satisfying content, videos to engage and to capture their attention. So you can also, while they're watching, so and so clean the wall or clean the sidewalk, you're also, talking about your company and how you can solve problems for them. Click on that one, make it big.
It won't go bigger than this.
Okay.
I can zoom in it though.
Yeah.
Is that better?
But so look at that. Like, these are great videos that are showing exactly what it is that we do. It's gonna catch someone's attention more so than just a
Picture.
picture. Even look at that. Like, we're incorporating all of the things in these videos that we do that we know grab attention, that keep people engaged, like very satisfying. And the entire time, we're talking about, like I said, what your business can do and what problems it can solve for your customers. The beautiful thing about these ads is they're custom made for your business. So we put your logo on it, we put your company name on it, your phone number, your website. It's a custom voiceover. There's music in the background. You got to use all of our super satisfying footage that we know delivers and works. You run them on your Facebook pages, your ads, whatever, and it's going to get people to stop. It's going to get people to pay attention. And it's going to get people to call your business.
Exactly. So, a bunch of different tools that we gave you guys in this video for marketing, because that's one of guys' biggest problems, right? It's one thing to get going with your business, another thing to actually figure out the marketing piece and then actually get people that want to purchase your service. So we know that. That's why we come in here and we look at your marketing materials. We show you guys marketing that works. We want to help you guys out to get these leads, and that's why we put together products like we do with the Quote IQ ads, with local domination. Literally, I cannot tell you guys this enough. If you guys think the stuff we put in these videos is good, just wait until you see what's inside some of these courses. I am not lying when I tell you the information in these courses is how we land $30,000, $40,000, $100,000 jobs. And guys will still sit here and be like, oh, I can't get any customers. I don't know what's wrong. I passed out 300 flyers. And it's like, you're not taking the right action. You're taking action, which is the first step, but it's the right action that's actually going to move the needle for you and your business. So, Mike, anything else we want to cover on this one before we wrap it up?
No.
Okay, sweet. Every guest that comes on the channel, let's pick the word of the day. Mike, what do you want the word of the day to be?
Oh, what is the word of the day? I don't know. Chandler
was best of luck, Chandler. Hop in next week. Let's see if you can make some tweaks to the ad, and come back and let us know how it worked out. Okay, sweet. So we're gonna wrap it up from here.
When are we going to talk about the newest thing that we're about to implement within Quote IQ?
I don't know if we can tell them just yet. Should we tell them?
No.
Okay.
We can't. Not
All
yet.
I have to say is we're about to solve a very big problem for a lot of service providers out there, especially considering the fact that as a service provider, you have to wear every single hat within your business, right? You are the one that's got to answer the calls. You have to do the marketing. You have to do the job. You got to schedule the job. You got to communicate with the customer. And so we're going to be taking away.
I mean, think about what we've already done.
RJ says, don't tease.
Hey, InstaQuote, self-schedule, map measure. Oh, did it, Justin. How do I get rid of it?
Stop thumbsing up. Okay, don't do it again.
Okay, think about what we've already done for you guys. We created InstaQuote, which allows your customers to go to your website and quote themselves, upsell themselves. Not only that, but it collects all of their information. So now you have that, so you can follow up with them, both with the quote that they gave you, but also with the marketing that you have set in place with our email and text automation. that's in Quote IQ. So you can continually stay engaged with these customers forever if you wanted to, right? Maintaining, nurturing, brand awareness, all of the things that we do as marketers to guarantee success and the long-term health of our business. InstaQuote, self-schedule. Okay, great. They got their quote. Now what? They got to wait around for somebody to get off the roof to get, back to the office so they can get on the schedule. No, your calendar is already there. Your calendar availability doesn't change unless you add something to it. Customers can see that and they can schedule themselves based on your calendar's availability, based on the quote that they got on, that's all configured based on your pricing, right? So it's super accurate and it's just an amazing tool. So we've done that already. We have eliminated a huge time suck from your life, from your business by allowing this to take place, right? What are some of the other problems that we've solved, Justin?
I mean, look at the 28-point inspection form. Now you have pre-inspection forms. That way you can take pictures of a pre-existing damage of customer's property. So that way you're never held liable again. We put the review multiplier in place, and that's a way for you to collect more reviews behind your invoices.
Dude, the review multiplier, it's free, right? So every invoice that you send that gets paid through Quote IQ, guess what happens? They are automatically put into your Google business profile to leave you a 5-star review, right? It's and people are good by nature. Most people are just good people. And so they're going to do this. They are going to say, you know what? Mike did a good job. Jason did a good job. Johnny did a good job. I just paid the invoice. Hopefully you gave him a tip because we've also got that option in there. Increase that money. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave them a review. That's without you even having to ask. That's without them even seeing the email automation and the text automation that you have in place. That's going to ask them for a review anyway, right? We're going to hit them right when they pay. They're going to feel obligated. They're going to leave you a review. Well, I think it's like a 60% increase in reviews for our users since they've implemented this. It's astonishing.
The biggest thing about all the pieces that we put into Quote IQ, these were all things that Mike was utilizing in his business on a day in, day out basis. And what it does is it just stacks the deck in your favor. Every little thing, the tips that you get on the invoices, making the review process seem as seamless with regards to, you collect the payment that goes right into the review. You're not having to follow up with the text messages, the email and text automation. Before you show up to the job, we're letting them know, hey, get all the furniture removed off the front and back patios. All this little stuff, the data tracking, so that way you guys can implement the right marketing tactics and you can upsell and you can raise your average ticket price. Like, we've literally put every single tool to help you with inside of Quote IQ. And it stacks in your favor when you start utilizing all these things. And that's why, we talk about it all the time, because it's the stuff that Mike's been utilizing in his business for 20 years. It's how he grew to doing over $750,000 a year.
Yep.
So Anyway, okay, sweet. So hopefully you got something good out of this video. Hit the thumbs up button for us if you could. The word of the day. Is Chandler the word of the day, Mike?
I think so.
Okay, if you guys made this far in the video, comment down below Chandler. We'll hashtag your one. We're gonna do a last one. Would you guys offer a service to handle the marketing? We cannot handle your marketing for you.
No, but we can show you what you need to do to handle your own marketing, and you can find all that in Local Dom too. pwcourse.com.
There you go. All right, you guys. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Until next time, I'll start get that money, baby.
Get it. Get all of that money, baby.